This was me yesterday. Listen. Listen, I can explain how I ended up with 10 books yesterday. After I said, I'm not going to buy any more, I need to read what I got. Listen. Listen. I could explain my actions. It will never not be funny to me. I'm gonna read what I got. I'm gonna read what I got. I'm gonna read. Are we sure about that, Maddie? Are we certain about that? And I wanted to get more, and I might go back for like 2 more tomorrow. Well, today technically, because it's on my mind, and I really want them. Listen, I have an addiction to buying books because books are amazing, and I love them, and I've loved them for a long time since I was literally little. Anyways, I'm going to show you my book haul, and you might be wondering, Maddie, Madalada, why art thou on a webcam? I'll tell you. Sorry, I'm making myself laugh. I'll tell you why you guys are on a webcam. Because I have technical difficulties, and I don't want to get annoyed, and it's late at night. It is 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes past 12 at night. I've been to work today. I've been walking around getting, well, not today, technically yesterday. I've been getting books and walking around. I am tired. I don't want to have to deal with my SD card at the moment, because somebody commented, I need to actually reply to that comment, but somebody commented about there's plenty of ways to export footage, SD cards, and I'm like, I appreciate it, I really do, but SD cards are my problem in the nicest way possible. It's because my SD card, I am melting. Hold on. Hold on. Hello. It's because my SD cards are being annoying. That's why. They're not. Um, they're not like I'll put it into the laptop, right? I'll put my SD card into the laptop to export it, and it's not popping up. And letting me export, and I think it might be a problem with my laptop, but then my camera itself is difficult with getting the SD card in and out, and it takes time, and I just don't have the patience. I want to show you guys my books, and I don't have the patience to sit around and wait for this footage because I already have footage on my camera that I need to sort through. But I just don't have the patience at the moment, to be honest. I'm spending a lot of my time reading. My current book is Payday by Celia Weldon. It's good so far. I am on page 207, about to start chapter 22 in like a page. So it's good so far. I like it. I'll tell you the books I've read recently, actually. I had somebody say, why don't I do like a little book review? I could do, but I'm just going to tell you some of my thoughts in this video rather than separate ones, because you know, then people that want to know about books are getting it in one video. So I recently have read, so last time, if you haven't seen the video, I'll link it in the description, but that was all about last time, what I read up until that point. Since then, I've read Eyes Like Mine by Sheena Kamal. I had a lot to say about it, to be honest. I'm gonna read what I put on my my like personal Instagram, so it's not on like my YouTube one, just what I said to my friends. Okay, I disliked this book for most of the time I spent reading it. I feel bad saying it, but it's just how I felt. Not to say that she's a bad writer or blah 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 blah. This is my own opinion and my own feelings towards a book. And if you want to check it out, I do recommend. Make your own opinions for yourself. I'm just telling you mine. Okay, now that we're covered. Okay, I dislike this book. So that's Eyes Like Mine by Sheena Kamau. It felt like a drag. It was confusing at times, and a lot of the concepts infuriated me. However, that being said, the more I read into the book, the more I found parts that I really liked about it and how it handled very important and sensitive topics. I went to the back and read the reader's Q&A and realised quite quickly that this book was supposed, in capital letters, to upset me to get that message across about society. I couldn't believe some of the stuff I was reading and the opinions in the book, and I know people do that to create a point, but I couldn't tell if this was the author's actual opinions or things put in the book to bring awareness to issues in our society and the behaviour of people. It has very intense topics like trigger warning, SA, which stands for sexual assault, and the violence against people of indigenous backgrounds, human rights, transphobia and homophobia, and the awful opinions people from around. Oh, I put form instead of from. Whoops. Oh, wait, no, it was supposed to be form. And the awful opinions people form around women. I'm tired, okay? It made me angry that throughout the book she was described as unattractive because she was more masculine and certain attributes of her body judged. It made me so angry, but that was the point Sheena Kamau was getting across. I couldn't wait to finish the book at one point because I just wanted to read something else because I struggled with this book at first and the writing style, but now, well, now I'm just glad I kept going and kept reading it. It talks it talks about topics like homelessness too and addiction and alcoholism, and it talks about a lot of important and sensitive topics. Don't get me wrong, a lot of the characters in this book have truly awful attitudes, but that was the point. To bring awareness to these issues in our society. Overall, I'm glad I read this book in the end, but won't lie, for a while there I thought this was going to be a bad review of this book. I was mistaken. Don't get me wrong, writing wise, it did get jumpy, confusing, or sometimes I feel like it brushed over things too quickly and then would drag things out too much. Sometimes I feel like it was kinda quick problem solve writing. Like, oh, how convenient and unrealistic of a solution to this problem, wow, but it wasn't as bad in the end. So that's like a mixed review on it, I guess. It was the first book review that I didn't just go, loved it. I had mixed feelings about the book. For a lot of different reasons. Writing style was one of them. It was kind of confusing me when I was reading it. Maybe it's a book I need to revisit and try and see if I can understand her writing style better. I'm not saying she's a bad writer, I'm just saying that me personally as a reader found it hard to read sometimes and was a bit confused. But that's not a reflection on her. If anything, it could have been a me problem. It could have been me not processing it properly. It could have been on me. So don't take my opinion as the be all end all of this book. Make your own opinion. I'm scratching my foot by the way because I have a mosquito bite. But if you wonder what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, I had mixed feelings. At first, I told literally a bunch of my friends I want to finish this book. Well, not a bunch. I told like two of my friends and my mum. My mum's my friend, okay? But no. In all seriousness, I told them I don't really like this book at the moment. I don't know. It's jumpy. It's confusing. And then I got really upset when I was reading stuff that was really upsetting, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Because people can write upsetting things, obviously, and that not be their true opinions in their story. That could be just the story they're trying to tell. But I couldn't tell if it was just how the writer felt or how the character felt. That was what was confusing me. I didn't know if it was supposed to get that viewpoint across in a good way or if it was supposed to be like an upsetting thing. And then I read the reader's Q&A and it was like, yeah, it was supposed to make you go, what the fuck did they just say? But I don't know, because In my opinion, it wasn't that clear cut. Like, I had to go to the readers Q&A to be like, wait, what is going on? Do you actually feel like do you? Because you get like stories, obviously, but sometimes people will write about how they actually feel in their stories, and I was like, I hope to God she's not a TERF, because no, but I don't think so. I think it was just meant to be written that way. Because I looked at the Q&A and it was like, yeah, it was supposed to be sensitive topics. So yeah. Anyways, I like the way I was like, here's a quick haul, and then just waffled. Oh, I didn't even finish what I was saying. So I was like mine by Sheena Kamal. Then I read Good Cop, Bad Cop. And for this one, I wrote, Good Cop, Bad Cop by Simon Koenig. And I really liked this book. Not gonna lie, I really, really liked this book. Finished this book like 10 minutes ago. I said this like 2 days ago, by the way, on the 25th of August 2024. So, finished this book like 10 minutes ago. It was a really brilliant and captivating read. I love the concepts in it about how grey the scales of morality can be and deciding what makes a person good or bad. However, we all know it goes deeper than that. And so it talks about actions and intent and what that means on the scale of being a good or bad person. Good Cop, Bad Cop follows a story of a rogue cop gone undercover, and you as the reader have to decide as he tells his story to another if he is in fact innocent or guilty of what he's been accused of. It has themes of extremes. In it. You can tell I've been writing these book reviews as I've just finished a book, like early in the morning, because oh my god, the errors in my sentences. Anyways, oh wait, no. I'm just reading it wrong tonight. Apparently, maybe it's just my brain tonight. I'm tired. It has themes of extremes. It in political viewpoints. That sentence does not make sense, Maddie. Just letting you know. Societal rights and wrongs, corruption, and more. It was definitely a book that I didn't want to put down because I wanted to find out more. It was really intriguing, and I definitely recommend giving it a read. I did really like that book. I do recommend it. It was good. Is that all I've read so far? I swear I've read more. But recently, just to give you a rundown, I've read um 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've read 6 books in like since about the 19th of August, I think? Question mark. I don't know, I've been reading a lot basically. And this is my current read. And now on to the moment you guys have literally been waiting for, because I was like, oh, time for a book haul, and then just waffled. On to what I got today. So, right, I'm very excited about this because I got. What do I want to start with? I got this series. Okay, no, what I'm going to start with is the not storybook. I got a Collins English Dictionary. Because if you know me, you'll know that I now have a French, Spanish, and Latin dictionary, and now an English dictionary. And yeah, starting a little dictionary collection. And it should help with my writing, because I do like writing. Yes, so I was very excited about this. My friend was like, oh, for God's sake, not another dictionary. Yes. But then she also said that it could be like a little thing I like have a collection of, like that could be the thing I collect, dictionaries. I do want to get a thesaurus as well because a thesaurus is the best. I used to absolutely adore in like primary school especially being like, I'm gonna go get the thesaurus. Don't mind me, off to go look at a thesaurus. Me and my thesaurus. But dictionaries are cool too. Was it also in secondary school? I just remember I used to really love thesauruses. Like, it was actually like, I remember I have vivid memories of being like, I'm gonna go look in the thesaurus. But yeah, so no surprise that I now have dictionaries. I mean, the other ones are about learning languages, but this one I can speak English. Well, debatable, but no, I can. It's obviously my language, my first language. Well, not obviously, you never know, but it's words. It's my first language, but I'm very happy about this purchase. Anyways, stop waffling, Maddie. Anyways, I got A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins, the author of The Girl on the Train. I used to own The Girl on the Train, don't know what happened to it. I miss it. It's not a scary book, that one. I had a woman come up to me, this was years ago, back when I was like a teenager, come up to me and be like, don't believe what they say about that book. And I read it, and everyone said it's scary, and it's not scary. But yeah, A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. Look what you started. I'm very excited to read this. I swear to God, it's like isn't it based off of either a film? Not based, but they made it into a film or a show. I don't know, but I got Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins. I'm very excited to read it. Right, next. I got The World According to Bob. I was gonna borrow The World According to Bob off of one of my friends because she's currently borrowing The World According to Bob, which is the second book. And then we were gonna do a little book swap, but I found it, so I bought it. I did technically ruin the book swap, but it's okay. We can, if you're watching this ever, we can swap a different book. It's all good. But The World According to Bob. So I am excited to read this because I did like the second book, and I've already read the second book, so now I'm excited to read the original, the one that started it all and that was referenced in the second book. So I'm very excited to read about Bob. Also, sadly, I'm pretty sure Bob's dead, which makes me really sad. I hope he's not dead. But The World According to Bob. Next, I would Google is Bob dead, but I don't want to be sad right now. Anyways, Marley and Me by John Grogan. I had to get this book because I have watched the film Marley and Me probably about 6 million times. I'm not even kidding you. I always cry at the ending. I adore Marley and Me. I literally remember I got it for Christmas, the DVD, and it came in like this little like slippy case so you could like pull it out and like slip it back into the special little case. Anyways, I'm so excited to read Marley and Me. My parents got me the DVD because they knew how much this was like flipping years ago, like back when I was like a child, but still. I adore Marley and Me. Even as an adult, if you don't like Marley and Me, I question you a little bit because it's such a good film. Even if you're like, oh, I'm not too keen on dogs, it's still a funny, good, emotional, emotive, brilliant film. And now I have the book. Marley and Me by John Grogan. I'm so excited, honestly. Oh, 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 oh yeah, he died in the film. I forgot he died. If you haven't seen Marley and Me, I just spoiled that. I'm so sorry. But Marley and Me. I'm very, very excited. Anyways, stop waffling about Marley and Me, but look at it! Anyways, I hope to God that you guys have all seen that, otherwise I've just gave the biggest spoiler. Newsflash. Anyways, I got The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I've already read this in school, years ago, back like in like year 9. But I wanted to get it again, especially because I've got A Spot of Bother now by Mark Haddon. And now I've got The Curious Dog of the Curious Dog, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. So I'm very excited to read it, and then read the other one that I bought. But yeah, I'm excited to read it again after like years and years and years and years. Very excited. Next, I was really chuffed about this. I got The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Then I got The Girl Who Played with Fire. And then I got The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. And they're 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't realise until after I picked them up and was like, oh my god, hold on. They are 1, 2, and 3, which are because I saw the same author and was like, oh, that looks intriguing. And I've heard of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. I've heard of all these books. They're classics. And now I got all 3, and I didn't even realise they were all linked to each other. I've definitely heard of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That is a well-known book, but I'm very excited to read these. Like, look at this. Anyways, let me show you them all individually a second. I've been getting a lot of book series recently. Honestly, there were so many things, so many books I could have gotten today. I'm probably going to go back and get the 2 I keep thinking about because I can't stop thinking about them. Like, I told myself no, no, no. Now I'm like, I can't stop thinking about them, and I will read them eventually. And I do love books. So I might go back and get them. Anyways, I also got Knife Edge by Mallory Blackman, and I got Checkmate by Mallory Blackman. And I want to find Noughts and Crosses because I've never read Noughts and Crosses, and it keeps going from the author of Noughts and Crosses, and I'm kind of worried this is a series. Hold on, and I'm like missing the first one, if that's the case. Oh, hello. I don't want to spoil anything for myself, but is this? I don't think so, actually. It would have 1, wouldn't it? And 2 and 3 and all that. Oh wait, doubled it. That might be the publisher. I don't know. Just as praise for Noughts and Crosses. So who knows? But I want to find Noughts and Crosses because I've heard good things about it. But I've got these 2 by her, so I'm very excited to read them. I've got so many books to read at this point. It's insane. Like what? I bought 9 the other day, 10 today, 19 books. Plus, I already had books that I owned that I wanted to read. I've had this book since literally last Christmas time, last December. And I'm only just getting around to reading it now. And you know the most shocking thing? I have had this book since I was like 16 years old. And guess what? I haven't read it yet. Like, it's because I will tell you why. I will tell you what happened. Do you want to hear? Oh, sugar monkeys, my tea is stone cold. I forgot about my tea. Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you. Oh, I packed my bag with all the books in like such a gorgeous way. I was so proud of myself. It like was all packed all beautifully compact, and it was one of the best things ever. I have this thing where I'm like kind of like the Mary Poppins of bags, and I can literally make a ton of things fit in a bag. And yeah, I it's become a bit of a skill set, honestly. But I remember it's kind of become a thing of like Maddie can fit that in their bag. Maddie's got it. Maddie can do that. Anyways, it was packed so beautifully. Because I got a bit flustered in the shops as we were like going into them. I got a bit flustered at the till. I was like, oh, I need to get out that way. But then once I like stopped and actually put it all nicely, it was good. And then I got back to my friend's house and I got them all out to take a photo, and then I repacked them. And when I repacked them, it was like gorgeous. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the reason why it's taken me so long to start reading stuff like the Shadowhunter books is because when, well, like I said before, for like years and 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 years, Like, basically since I was little, right? I have adored books. I was the biggest bookworm the majority of my childhood. Do you want to know what I look like? Head in a book, right? That was me. I was the bookworm kid. I would always, honestly, still to this day, my favourite thing about going on holiday, getting to pick up a book and like read it on holiday. Like in Turkey, they had because I've been to Turkey quite a few times now, but they had a library in the hotel, like a little library room. It was heaven with a hot chocolate machine and air conditioning. Oh my god, it was fucking heaven. Never mind the fact I'm in a different country. Give me a fucking book. Put me in front of that. Good. It literally was a joke. Like I came back from sitting under the umbrella the whole time. I didn't tan one bit. Not one bit. Nah, not at all. Did not tan because I was just under the umbrella reading or writing the entire holiday. It just didn't tan at all. Which is fun. But I don't even care about that, to be honest. But I know I get that some people like, oh, gotta get my summer tan. I just burn and blister. I really couldn't care less. Just give me a book. But yeah, oh yeah, for the longest time, I have been a bookworm. I love reading. I love writing. It's my passion. I love it. Right? I what I'm trying to tell you, the point that I've spent 56 million years trying to make is I'm a bookworm. Okay, at heart, in my soul, since the dawn of my existence. Well, not that far, but since I was a child, I've always been a massive bookworm. Spent my childhood with my head in a book. But get to GCSEs. I'm 16 years old, 15, 16 years old. I think I was 16. Yeah, GCSEs, I was 16. And at 15, I started getting sick with my tummy. I think it was the stress. And then at 16, so 15 turning 16, I got really sick and really stressed out. And GCSEs was a rough time for me. I remember one of my exams, my French exam, the room was literally spinning. Like, I don't know how I fucking got a 4 in French because the room was fucking spinning round. Like, I was not well my entire GCSEs. The fact I got good grades on my GCSEs is a miracle because I'm telling you now, the rooms were spinning. I was having severe hay fever. I was having panic attacks. I was I was in and out of fucking A&E with extreme stomach pain to the point I was screaming, and my family thought I had like an appendicitis, but it was an inflamed gut where my gut was just so stressed out, where I was so stressed out. And I couldn't eat. I could barely eat without feeling extremely sick, and I would get these horrific stomach pains, and I was really sick. There's a video on this channel of me moving into my new room, and if you look at me in that video, I am so ill. You can see I am washed out. I am fucking ill. And this happened for months. It was probably one of the, well, not collectively one of the illest times of my life, but I was pretty sick for a long period of time. I was really, really, really ill. And I struggled. I really did. And I remember in school talking with my friend about reading the Shadowhunter books and how I was in front of her, right, in reading, because I'm quite a fast reader. I can read really fast. But I remember the day that she overtook me in reading them because I got so ill and I had a lot going on. And I remember, I didn't say it to her, but in my head I was thinking, like, oh, what? The fact you overtook me, like, I'm not doing well. I stopped reading. I remember the day she overtook me, you know? Like, and it sucked because that was like proof that it was getting to me. and I stopped reading, and I struggled to pick it back up because then I started college, and college, ooh, rough years of my life, personally, and because of college, rough years of my life. I was definitely not really reading that much, considering because I was dealing with so much. There was no focus, no time for it, and then, um, in these recent years, I would go through phases of just I'd get back into reading a little bit, and I always tell people this now. When I was younger, I was just a bookworm, but now I'm a bookworm when I get the chance. Like, I can go months and months and months without picking up a single book, and then the second I'm back in it, that's it. Bookworm, absorbed, gone, bam, bookworm. You know, I am a bookworm at heart, but not always in behaviour. I can go through phases of just reading absolutely tons, and then barely anything. Because of life, not because I don't enjoy reading, but because of focus, motivation, health, life. You get it. So, yeah, I've been back into reading. I've been really, really, really enjoying it like so much. It is one of the best feelings in the world to read a brilliant book. I was kind of joking, like before when I was reading the Clockwork Princess, and every time I'd finish a chapter, I was joking with myself and being like, delicious. I don't know why I was calling books delicious, but I would finish a chapter, get really excited about, delicious, and then just keep reading. It's like, that was a good chapter. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I'm happy to be back reading. And I've been waffling for like half an hour. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie doopsie doopsie. Whoops. 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 I didn't get a tattoo this month. Sad. This is my last one in July. This is the first month I've not gotten a tattoo since like March. I'm joking, but it did feel a bit weird being like, oh, I didn't get a tattoo this month. But also, I'm joking. I did not spend the amount of what I would spend on a tattoo on books. Far from it. But I don't know. I'll get a tattoo soon enough. I'm sure of it. I kind of want to focus on fixing my piercings up first. Not fixing the actual piercings, but the jewelry. But and my tummy, my little navel piercing. Hold on. I don't. You can't even see that. You cannot even see that. It's my stomach. No, it's not gonna let you see it. Sad. Oh well. But yeah, I had to check the spider was still up there. Do you see it in the background? But yeah, I like the way I'm the one that pays like for Netflix. Right? I have Netflix. I pay for it, and I have not watched it because I've just spent my life recently. I was going for a phase of just watching loads of Netflix, and now I'm for a phase of just reading every book under the fucking sun. On my break at work, I was literally just reading, just reading. That's why I didn't finish the full chapter because I had to go off my break and continue on. But after this video, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna then, as it's uploading, be reading this. So, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me waffle for half an hour. This was supposed to be a quick little look what books I got, and it turned into a whole book waffle moment. But we've got book reviews thrown in there. We got book haul. We got a bit of backstory about me and my reading. It's been a whole adventure. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to become our Alquist and Madalada Munden. I never say that. And until next time, goodbye. Goodbye, guys.